Hello, this is Vanessa from Celestial Soul Tarot, and welcome to your daily tarot reading. Thanks so much for joining me, and hopefully you're all doing well. We're going to start this reading off with a rune casting. Right? Let's see what messages are coming through and lay out the foundation for this reading, okay? Right, as always, keep in mind that these readings are general, okay? So we'll take a look into the recent past here for some context. And just keep in mind that tarot is timeless, right? Energy is fluid. So just keep an open mind, right? Not every reading is for you, and take only what resonates, yeah? So recent past energies. Looks like you're feeling stuck. For some of you, maybe spending a lot of time alone. There's an isolation energy here. And that's the thing. I mean, you may be surrounded by people. Maybe you're in a partnership, but you're feeling alone. It could come across for some of you perhaps as a rejection energy. Maybe some of you, you're kind of forced back in on yourself to isolate, to work on yourself. Maybe some of you, took a bit of a holiday or vacation or a break just to take some time to reflect and figure things out, really go within. There's an energy of patience and stillness, like a forced rest for some of you, right? Also comes across as a bit of a standstill as well, like there's not a whole lot of movement, maybe feeling stuck in a situation and not really knowing what to do or, how to proceed, right? So that can come through as well. Let's take a look into the recent past here. What do we have coming through with Isa? Recent past energies. There's a coldness as well, right? Isa is the energy of ice, right? So again, there's coldness, perhaps around a situation, right? Again, like I mentioned, if you are in a partnership, you could be feeling alone or isolated. Or perhaps you pulled away, right? Could be a separation energy as well. Yeah, there we go. Just being patient with the cards as they want to come out. Yeah, we have the Eight of Cups coming through here. So really going within, like I mentioned, right? Because this Eight of Cups I see this as a contemplation where you're unfulfilled, you're unhappy where you are, what you're doing, maybe with the people that you're with. It could be project or career related, right? It could be home, family situation. Right, maybe it's a habit, maybe it's a behavior, maybe it's, something that maybe it has in regards to your health, right? There's a variety of energies that could come through, but it feels like something that you were in the past emotionally connected to at one time, it's no longer there. So you're really thinking about here, about moving on, right? But again, with Isa, not doing anything. Again, here's that Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck, right? There could be, like I said, a forced rest, taking time off of work, taking a break. Could have been a separation. Maybe there was a temporary separation between you and your partner to really figure things out, right? So let's take a look into the current energies here, right? We do have Yira here. So, I feel like this is the end of a chapter or a cycle that you're going through. For some of you, it's repetitive patterns, experiencing the same thing over and over again, but not really feeling like you're getting anywhere. Right, we do have the Five of Cups coming in. So there's just a lot of disappointment, a lot of sadness. Could be regret or, failure, right? The ending of a relationship or situation that just didn't work out, right? And so that's the thing with this energy too, is that we also have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So again, I still feel like you're there. There is an energy of healing around the fact that something isn't working out the way that you had hoped. Right. And so again, through this process of healing, making this decision, right, for some of you, it's financial in nature here, but whether or not you're ready, right? This room came out sideways. And so when a room comes out sideways, I take it because that to me is a fence sitter. This is someone who's kind of on the precipice of ending something that's not working out, but it's having difficulties doing so, right? It's not easy just to up and leave, right? For some people, especially if you've been in a situation for a very long period of time and you are in that process of acceptance and ready to close out a chapter, it's, again, being patient, right? Being patient with the situation. When is it time for you to leave, right? And so maybe you have to get your finances in order. I mean, for some of you, if you're unhappy with a job, maybe it's looking for work on the side, going for interviews because you're not happy with what you're doing. You know, it could be a variety of things here, but let's take a look into the challenge here, right? We do have Nouveau, and this is the rune of joy, happiness, fun, celebration, family, the soul tribe, right? Being recognized, being noticed, being seen, right? You're like feeling like you belong as well, right? So, and that's the thing. I feel like for some of you here, you're just in a situation where it's just not working out, and that challenges the fact that you're not happy where you are, right? So let's take a look into these energies. And again, being very patient with the cards as they come through. Not interested in forcing anything along, right? So let's just take a look here. What do we have coming in as the challenge, please? What is the challenge coming through for this reading at this time? What is the challenge for this reading at this time, please? What do we have? There we go. Actually, I'll take both of these. Yeah, so we have the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Right, Nouveau reminds me of the Four of Wands, essentially, that sense of joy, celebration, getting along, having a good time. It's fun energy, right? You want to have fun where you are with the people that you're with, doing what you're doing, the work, whatever this is. But for some of you here, there's a lack energy of not feeling wanted, recognized, loved, appreciated. You know, maybe some of you are ignored or feeling rejected, right? Maybe there's lack of communication, lack of physical contact, intimacy, if that is a, you know, partnership kind of situation here, right? So for some of you in regards to a love relationship, right? Whether you're married or not, it's coming across as a challenge that some of you, you know, this is something that you're wanting, but you're not getting that. And so as this, there's a real need to realize, well, where is this? Where do you want that, right? To be happy. How do you do that? Where do you see that within yourself? Is, you know, for some of you, like I said, maybe it's looking for that new job. Maybe some of you want to create like a career path for yourself and work for yourself. For some of you, that won't be for everyone, but I mean, maybe for some of you here, you're not getting that love or appreciation from your own family, right? There is a possible family context connected to some of these energies as well, right? So maybe it comes across for some of you as being like the black sheep. Maybe in the family, there's just a lot of disappointment, right? From these people in your life. Yeah, so we have to take these cards as well. We have the Sun, we also have Judgment coming through here, and we have Feihu Merkstave, right? So Feihu as the cattle rune, it's the rune of wealth, success, abundance, but it's Merkstave, it's in the reverse position. So what is this telling me? Well, for some of you here, it's coming across as the fact that you're not feeling valued, right? Because this is the help. So this is helping you to move on, to see the bigger picture. You have clarity, you have answers. There's a need to, there's something about the past coming back up to the surface. So if you've been sweeping something under the rug, you know, pretending everything is okay, right? You're not really happy, but you're moving through the motions, right? That's kind of where I feel some of you are. You're staying right where you are, staying put, but you're not addressing the deeper issues, right? This energy is ruled by Pluto. The Sun is right next to it. So something needs to come up to the surface. It's being illuminated. It's being seen. It has to be addressed right now. And for some of you, you're not being appreciated for your skills, your talent, your abilities, your experience, your knowledge, right? Or you're not, you know, feeling loved. There's a lack of self-worth and value here, right? Where you are. For some of you, it's financially restrained in some way, or again, as that help, again, it comes across as maybe, especially if this is a work situation for some of you, you're putting in a lot of extra work or extra time and you're not getting paid for it. So it's like it's coming across for some of you as like working for free, or, you know, maybe they don't have that where you work, or you know, work overtime, and they don't pay you for overtime, right? It's just, they need you to put in the extra work and that's that, but you don't get paid for it, right? So it's that kind of stuff, right? If that's coming through here for you, then you have to ask yourself, if you're not feeling valued, if you're not feeling worthy, then why do you want to stick around, right? So again, keeping your options open at this time is what's coming through here quite strongly, right? You deserve better. You know your skills, you know your talents, and maybe the people that are there, they don't see that or they don't recognize it, right? Fair enough, it's their loss, right? Yeah, I just saw the Four of Cups come through. So let's take a look now into the advice that wants to come through. We do have the Gas, and I feel like there's an awakening or a breakthrough that's coming in, right? And this breakthrough is coming across as it's a realization of something that you already know, right? It's an awareness. It's, realizing that you're on the edge of the situation turning around, right? Turning around in regards to moving on, closing out this chapter, right? Because there needs to be some sort of change, right? So, and it also involves evolving from a situation that you're in where you were feeling stuck. There's lack of growth. For some of you, Dave, could be a lack of growth. You're not growing. You're not learning. Maybe you don't even have a mentor. Maybe you have, maybe you're learning on your own. Maybe you don't have anyone helping you, guiding you, right? That sort of thing, which is a disappointment for some of you, right? Thinking you have someone to help you and then they're ignoring you. Maybe they have a lot of work to do too, but maybe you were hoping to get more assistance, right? I'm not going to take all of these, right? I just want to show you, we do have the Two of Cups with the Three of Swords and then also the Fool, right, coming in as well in regards to the advice, right? There's some difficulties here coming through in regards to wanting to start something new, to liberate yourself from a situation that is painful and difficult, and to move on to new connections, new relationships, right? We also have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I just wanted to show you. I'm going to put those back in the deck, right? I'm just going to try to get one specific card here, but it comes across as coming out of the darkness and into the light. Things are going to turn around here for the better once you make this decision for yourself. But it also comes across as, for some of you, maybe you're waiting for news. Maybe you're waiting for that opportunity. Maybe you've already applied to a situation, right? Maybe you're just wondering whether or not it's the right time to leave a relationship, right? Let's take a look. Whatever this is, let's take a look into the advice that's coming through here. Right, like I mentioned before, any way you look at it, it's going to be difficult conversations. There's going to be pain involved as well, right? In regards to this loss, there's a lot of sadness and grief. So there's, a lot of emotion. Yeah. Yeah, so we have the Lovers, right? This is a major choice, right? What are you going to do? For some of you, it's contract related, right? But it comes down to, with the Lovers, what feels good for you, what's going to make you happy, right? If you're not happy where you are, start moving on, opening yourself up to new possibilities, new opportunities, new situations, new relationships, right? Because we do have the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So again, kind of feeling stuck. There's an indecision here, not really knowing how to proceed. It could be a decision between two people, right? That is possible for some of you as well. Maybe just having a hard time. Some of you, like I said, could be waiting for information, news, or an opportunity. So you're stuck where you are until that information comes in, right? And I feel like, again, there's a breaking point here. The situation is going to change for some of you. It could come across suddenly, where you suddenly get this opportunity. Someone is going to hire you, right? You do have that new contract coming in. So then, yeah, you're able to move forward with that, right? You're able to make that decision. It's an opportunity that you're in alignment with, right? Oh, just one moment here. Sorry about that. My cat just wanted out here. I forgot where I left off here. Let's just take a look. Let's start digging a little bit deeper here, right? So let's go back into the past, recent past energies with this Eight of Cups, right? Why is the Eight of Cups here? Why is the Eight of Cups showing up in this reading? Right. What's coming through here? Right, unhappy, not fulfilled. Right, again, and it's a contemplation type of energy, right? It's something that perhaps you've been sitting with for a long period of time, just really reflecting on whether or not it's time to go. Yeah, well, there we go. We have the Eight of Cups, clarifying the Eight of Cups just popped out, right? So that's, yeah, Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's this urge within you to just move on, right? So, yeah, and there's the Five of Cups right below that here with the Sun. It's like, you know what you want. I mean, at the end of the day, what's making you happy is that joy that you're feeling isn't where you are, right? So let's take a look into this Five of Cups here. What is this Five of Cups energy coming through? We have the Four of Pentacles, right? So holding on, staying put, right? And this is in regards to your sense of stability, your security, right? You have to pay for your basic needs, food, clothing, shelter, and you maybe have a family to feed, that sort of thing, right? Queen of Pentacles. Some of you, again, male or female, these are not gender-specific readings, but Queen of Pentacles is just telling me some of you may have invested in this situation for a long period of time, right? There's a lot of money at stake, finances, that sort of thing. And so just up and leaving is not practical, right? It comes down to being practical. So, and it's very risky, you know, especially like, is this, if I go towards this new thing, is it going to work out? Is that, you know, so, or for some of you, it's not going towards anything new. This Lovers could just be the fact that you're unhappy where you are. I mean, maybe in regards to a love relationship, maybe there is nobody else. You just want to be single. You want to focus on yourself, right? That sort of thing. So, but let's take a look into the challenge here, right? What is the challenge coming through? Looking into this Four of Wands with the Five of Pentacles, right? I feel like, you know, where you are, you're wanting to have a good time and to, you know, enjoy what it is that you do. And for some of you here, it feels like you enjoy the type of work. And I feel like, especially if it is a work situation, maybe it's a family situation, right? Whatever this is, I felt like you did have that perhaps for a period of time, but for some reason or another, it's just not working out, right? Because Five of Pentacles is just total lack in some way, shape, or form. Just, you know, with the Chariot coming through here, it's time to move forward. It's time to move on, right? This energy is ruled by Cancer. So having that deeper emotional connection to what it is that you want, what's going to propel you forward, right? So there's this energy of ambition and drive to propel yourself. Yeah, we also have Death coming through here, right? There's an end that needs to happen here, right? But again, this is real life. You can't just up and leave, right? It's about being practical and what's going to work for you. And maybe you have a family to feed, and even if you don't, you have a rent to pay or a mortgage and, you know, all your other bills, right? So it's about getting your resources secured before you can actually up and move on, right? So let's take a look into the help here, right? So what's helping you is the fact that you're ready to address these deeper issues, right? Yeah, we have the Tower, right? You have these breakthroughs, epiphanies, these sudden, you know, there's something that's like an internal implosion, right? As within, so without, when there's this sudden energy to make these changes within yourself, right? These sudden realizations, it's like, I can't do this anymore, right? Some of you, it's as within, so without, like I said, then you have to implement that and to take action on those changes. Right? But again, there's a lot of clarity, a lot of answers. Maybe you're seeing people for who they are. Truth could be coming up to the surface. Depends on who you're dealing with, right? But some of you, there's a lack energy in regards to your value, your worth, right? Let's take a look into this Lovers energy as the advice. Why is the Lovers here as the advice, right? It's time to make some changes. Clearly, but again, when you are ready, and that's going to be different for different people, right? So you have to be comfortable with these changes and feel like you have something stable and secure to back you up moving forward, right? So it's getting your resources together here, but let's take a look. There is for some of you, there's a new contract or relationship coming through here in the future, but let's take a look into the advice here. Again, it's a clear choice or decision that needs to be made. And so why do we have the Lovers here? Just closing out the reading. Why is the Lovers here? Oh, there we go. Seven of Swords. Doing this behind the scenes, right? Seven of Swords is pulling away from any sort of conflict or drama, stirring the pot, right? That sort of thing. There's the King of Swords, right? Again, male or female, there's a need to be honest with yourself, be truthful, be clear about what it is that you want, what's going to make you happy. And again, having these conversations, it's not going to be easy. This energy can come across a little cold. Contracts that definitely are coming through here quite strongly. You may have some legal energies coming through here for some of you, right? Legalities maybe in regards to a situation with work. Maybe there's some sort of legalities around the ending of, could be like a partnership type of situation, right? And so there could be some legal papers that need to be drawn in regards to resources and investments and that sort of thing. So what we have here is the fact that as the advice, you're ready to make these changes, do them behind the scenes, right? There's need to get organized, right? Get organized, come up with a plan, have a strategy, Seven of Swords, right? But also pull away from any sort of conflict and drama that you're dealing with to, again, because you want to start healing, you want to start moving on, but there's a real need to pull away and get organized and have a strategy and figure things out in regards to these next steps, right? So again, keeping it like secretive, right? And it's not coming across as manipulation. I guess what I'm saying is it's kind of withholding information, withholding the fact that any sort of decisions that you want to make, there's a need to be patient with this. Again, it's a 7 energy. The 7s are very reflective. So take the time to figure things out, come up with a plan before just suddenly up and quitting or moving on or, breaking up or whatever this is for you. There's a need to have a plan in place before doing so. Okay. So this is what I have for you. I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you found this reading helpful.